Okay, it's almost December, already December right now, and I haven't really heard anything about my key collection. So it has been very frustrating. Right, and I have waited, for more than 5 years and it's still not done. So I can understand really how COVID really affected everything. The timeline is bad, right? The wait is a bit longer, but somehow it's a bit too long and there's very little update from the HDB side. Right, but the good thing is that the HDB roadshow is coming soon, right? So HDB will conduct like a roadshow and exhibition to bring people together, right? Bring the homeowners together and introduce the amenities, the facilities, and the surroundings of the new estate. Right? And also they will also share like the renovation tips, right? And how do you actually move in and things like that. So let's see what happens, right, in the coming weeks, and I will let you know. So stay tuned. So today, let's talk about flooring. So flooring is probably one of the major components in your renovation, right? Especially when you did not take up the HDB OCS, right? The optional component scheme. So without the OCS, right, then when you collect your keys, you will only have like the bare cement, right? So it's just like rough cement, untreated, and it's just bare. So I have heard, bad, not bad lah, but really mixed reviews about HDB flooring. Right? But if you really want to do up your house to the theme that you desire, you don't want your house to look like everybody else with the OCS one, right? Then you have, and you have budget for it, then it's best not to take up the OCS, right? Of course, you can watch my other videos on the OCS as well. So when it comes to flooring, there are some popular choices nowadays, and each has its pros and cons, and different people have like different school of thoughts, right? When it comes to flooring, some prefer this, some prefer that, right? Some people who will like the industrial style, right, will go for just the simple kind of like cement screeding, right? So there will be others who will like to go for the vinyl flooring, right? And there will be people who will go for like the tiles or even like wood, parquet flooring, right? Things like that. So all have its own pros and cons. So let's talk about them briefly. So first, cement screeding. So basically, it's just like poured cement, right, and properly sealed, and treatment done, and you are done, right? So cement screeding is very much like the floors that you see in the classroom deck back in our days, right? And also at the void decks, right? So it's just like pure cement look. So it's waterproof, it's heat resistant, and it's definitely very affordable. But somehow they lack the colors, hence it limits your overall theme, right? What you want to do, right? Although nowadays there are textured cement flooring, and you can also do some colors as well, right? But they become a lot more expensive. Also, cement screeding, they crack over time. So as years go by, right, you can expect like hairline cracks here and there, right? You can see some chipping, right? Small chipping or nothing major, but you must be okay with that, right? And some owners actually go for that kind of feel because it adds the character to the house. So if you want that kind of like masculine, industrial, wabi-sabi kind of like feel, right? The kind of design theme, yeah, you can definitely consider cement screen. Next one, very popular these days, are vinyl flooring. Right, vinyl flooring has evolved a lot, right, over the past decade. So nowadays the technology is very good. Right, vinyl flooring comes in different shapes and sizes. They come in different colors. They come in different texture, different styles, and they are also made very affordable as well. Right, you can get almost any kind of design with vinyl flooring, wood grain, stone line, everything, right? And installation is also very easy as well. You can also replace them easily. They are heat resistant, water resistant, and very durable, right? In fact, you can really DIY, putting all this flooring together yourself. One of the main concern or the main cons of vinyl flooring, right, is the feeling, right? The feeling. So the feeling of bowling alleys, right? So vinyl flooring gives off that same kind of like feeling as well. So you can get like the wood grain kind of vinyl flooring, the stone appearance kind of like vinyl flooring, right? But the feel still will remain there, right? Immediately when you touch it, when you feel it, right, you can tell it's vinyl. So it's just not the best feeling that you want, right? And when you compare to other types of floorings, yeah, definitely vinyl flooring doesn't feel as luxurious in a way. Right? Another concern about vinyl flooring is actually the toxic gases that they may emit. Right? So there are claims that vinyl flooring nowadays don't have such VOCs, right? Which are harmful to our bodies. But who knows, right? And vinyl flooring is really compressed plastics, right? So not so environmental friendly, and at the same time, if there's like a fire, right, you are actually burning the plastics, and those will definitely emit poisonous gases, right? But it is still a very popular choice today. Even the OCS is using vinyl flooring right now, right? I have to say it is really very popular these days, right? Especially for resale units, right? You can easily overlay existing flooring with vinyl, so you really save on the hacking costs. So for new BTOs, then you still need to do a layer of cement screeding to form that even base, right, for your vinyl flooring to sit on it. So while they are durable, vinyl flooring usually don't last that long. So 8 to 10 years will be the estimated lifespan. You may have to change them out as they get distorted, they get deformed, right? Then there will be gaps, right? They will cause water seepage and stuff like that. So pros and cons, right? So if you really want vinyl flooring, you like the feel, then go for it, right? But if you want something that is more durable and more lasting kind of flooring, right, tiles cannot go wrong. So homogeneous tiles, glazed ceramic tiles, they can last decades, right? 30, 40 years, no problem. Right? Highly durable, heat-proof, waterproof, and they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, right? And even like, there are wood grays, different colors, right? Stuff like that. Cost is pretty much vary a lot depending on the quality and the size and the origin of the tiles. Right? Some tiles can be very expensive, some tiles can be very cheap, right? It can be as cheap as vinyl flooring before installation. Right? Or it can be really very expensive, 3 to 5 times what the vinyl will cost. So it really depends on your choice. So when it comes to like tiles, right, the biggest concern people have the grout lines, right? So people don't want to deal with the grout lines because it can be an eyesore, they need maintenance, and you have to deal with like dirt, black mold in the grout lines, right? So some maintenance here and there, right? And another way to really how to deal with this grout line is that you can see how to actually reduce those lines. So it can be like the positioning of the tiles, right? Or it can be like choosing larger slabs, larger tiles so that you have fewer grout lines. And of course, the skill of the tiler will also make a difference as well. Right? Tiles, they themselves still gives off the better feeling, right? You step on it, it feels cooling, it feels solid, right? Unlike vinyl. So if you are going for those like luxury themes like modern luxe, you cannot go wrong with tiles, right? And I think choosing tiles as the flooring, right, makes sense, especially for like BTOs and new units, right? Because the floor is already bare, but you don't have to hack. Right, the cost between like vinyl flooring and tiles don't really differ a lot. So why waste that opportunity to go to really go for that more durable and better feeling with tiles, right? So it's a bit wasted lah. If you're going to go for vinyl with in a new unit, right? That's my personal opinion. And of course, if you want like something else, right? You don't want tiles, or you don't want vinyl, you don't want cement screed. Right, then what can you go for, right? Then you can consider like parquet flooring, which is really made of like real wood. They are pieced together, right? Or stone, like natural stone like marble or granite, right? The thing is, they definitely cost a lot more, right? And they require a lot of maintenance as well. So parquet flooring, right, because it's natural wood, right, they will deform over time. And you have to, treat them, right? You have to sand them, lacquer them on a regular basis to maintain the looks. Right, but definitely the looks are really very good, right? Stone, right, marble or other natural stone, they need resealing and polishing to maintain their looks, right? Because they are porous, they can get stained easily, and they are really so much more expensive than like tiles or vinyl. So this is really for those who have very specific preferences, and for those who can really set aside budget for such materials. So if you are one of them, right, definitely go for it. I think they look super amazing. But the thought of having to maintain them on a regular basis, I think for myself, I will pass. Right, so back to my new HDB BTO, right? So here's my story. So initially, I wanted marble, right? Because they look incredible. But after learning about, more about them, knowing that they will stain, they need maintenance, then there are alternatives like tiles that looks exactly like marble, right? So I decided, skip marble. So go for tiles. Right, so tiles, I work with my interior designer, and the quote came back to be higher than what I was expecting. So I decided, why not we do hybrid, right? So living rooms, kitchen, we do tiles. For bedrooms, we do all vinyl, right? So the revised quotation was presented to me, and it didn't change much. So back to the same thing, everything tiles, right, including the bedrooms. And the theme of my house is modern contemporary, right, really white, grey and black. And I didn't like wood grains and stuff like that, so I just go for stone, right? So I have chosen a grey stone texture tile, right? And I think, and I also go for the largest slab available to reduce those rug line, right? So it's something like 1,200 by 600 kind, right? So large format tiles. So it looks better, it has fewer grout lines, and so that's what I am planning for. So if you want a glimpse, right, you want a glimpse of my new BTO soon, right, you will want to follow me on my renovation journey, right? Make sure you subscribe to my channel, right? I will bring you along the way, right? And roadshow is coming, right, in a couple of weeks, right? And key collection should not be far behind, right? So more videos will be coming up. So stay tuned, and until next time, I will see you soon.